and the air was just right for Skyrim.
So we decided we were going to play. So I don't know how this is going to go today. I've been messing around with a little program that was recommended by Biggie Boss called Sniff, and been going through all of my NIF files and finding errors within the NIF files within my game and going through and trying to fix them all. And we'll see if that works or if I broke stuff more. We'll see. Right now we're dropping a bunch of frames, or we dropped a bunch of frames at the beginning, but seems to be running okay right now. We'll see how that goes. So today is a big test stream day. Testing, testing, testing. Hopefully we get like, a good 5-hour stream with no crashing and no lockups and no problems. And we get closer to our 100-hour mark on our playthrough. I would like to get this up over 200 hours on this particular character before I start a new one. But you know me, I'm always modding, so I might get to a point where I need to go, oh, well, we're going to need to start a new character. I do really want to change. I have some redundant files in the one that I'm playing, the version that I'm playing. Like I have the the armor, a BDOR armor, plus it's also included within an all-in-one patch. Now, some of this is good and some of this is bad. The all-in-one only has one color for said armor, whereas the single release has multiple colors for the same armor. So now you can only run one color at a time, but if I'm running a color that's not part of the single release, it's good to have both. So we'll see how I can clean that up too. I don't know if I really want to or if I really can because there's a lot of all the voice files for Siri and all the ones from Fear TCB, whether it be Yennefer, or Triss, or Kratos, or whatever. There's over 100 voice files that I would have to add anyway, unless I get permission to inline them, but that's a lot of space to inline though too. It's going to increase the size of it by a good gigabyte or two. And right now the Wabbajack file is half a gig, so I'd like to keep it that small, where we're not inlining very many files at all. All the files are coming from the web, which makes it, easier, quicker to download. Um, yeah, just I think better, overall better. I remember when I first compiled my first Wabbajack, I inlined a lot of stuff, and that it didn't need to be inlined. And the size of it was like 20 gigabytes. And I'm like, that's insane. I got to get that down to, a manageable number. So I got it down to like half a gig, so that's good. All right, Alright, why is that still on? Because it didn't save it. So why is that only running at like 21? That should be much higher number, and we should have a lot less. That looks horrible. Horrible.
May you find peace.
And may I find dinner? Oh, missed him. Gotta lead him. Ah, missed him. No aimbot. And that wasn't dinner. Yeah, 17, 18 frames. What's up with that? So my guess is doing whatever I did was not the right thing to do. As far as frame rate goes. Yeah, it looks horrendous. So one thing that I did was I did put all of Fusher's textures and meshes into BSA files. But yeah, that I would think that that would help my frame rate, but no, it seems to be killing my frame rate.
Won't go down without a fight.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are going to create a save right here. And we're gonna reinstall this mod list and see if that helps our frame rate. Or maybe it's just because I don't have performance turned on. Let's take a look at that. Let's turn the performance mode back on. Rescale it and see what happens there. Still horrible. All right, yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. So what I want to do, I want to make sure that we save our save games. Okay, so there's our saves in case that gets overwritten. Let's go here. We're going to grab the latest version. What are the things that we've changed? Water effects fix and display tweaks. We're not using that. But water effects fix, we can kind of live without that, I think. Browse it. Should be a quick install. There are 62 lists for Skyrim. Including one called the Nico Experience. That's 240. We don't want to put it in N, we want to put it in Z. That looks good, that looks good. Do it, baby. Let's check out our log. Like I said, this should be a pretty quick installation. I love Wabbajack. You can screw up your mod list and go right back to what you had before you screwed it up. I didn't really see Sniff do a whole lot. Except take a lot of time, go through a lot of files. And then when I ran, the check again, I got the same errors. So it didn't fix anything. And I'm not going through every mod, every file. Yeah, not going to do it. The Rift Leaves Seasons patch. Okay. E&B series. Honed Metal. I must have updated the Dindalod. Oh crap. No, I don't want to do this. Okay. I know what this is. Cancel that. Edit installation details. Um, Install from a disk. That's what we wanted to do. That one. Okay. So we don't want to put that in N. We want to put that in Z. Nico Experience MO2. And downloads. Install. Why are we logging back into Mega? Oh crap, really? All right, hold on a second. Okay. It's telling me it needs to be logged into Mega. I wonder why that would be. Yep, we're breaking shit. Break it. Break it real good. Okay, you can do it any day now. Are we having fun yet? So it's asking me for that again. Let me take a look at something here. Okay. Let's try this. It says login failed. Well, that's my frickin' login. You're killing me. You're killing me. The latest version of this is being a pain in my butt. Okay. Okay, we logged into it. Let's try this shit again. Okay, first I need to know, is it saying that I'm actually logged in? Yeah, it's saying I'm logged into both of them now. Cool. So don't tell me I'm not logged in, because I know I'm logged in. I don't want to install that in N. I want to install that in Z. I want to put that in there. And I want to put this in there. Install it, baby. You're asking me for it again. I'm already logged in. All right, it says failed to log in. And then it won't let me back out, and it won't let me cancel. but I'm logged in. All right. It says I'm logged in here, right? It says logged in. Logged in, logged in. Browse lists. Install from disk. Backups. That one. Do I have to go back to an older version of Wabbajack? Because if I have to, I will. I don't want to put that in N. I want to put that here. And it's going to give me the same bowl. All right, we'll try this again. Holy crap. That time it took it. It's just being a pain in the butt logging in. That was the exact same credentials I put in the last 3 times. Download failed. So it doesn't like the EMB series 503. But that's on the CDN. So now it's having trouble with Wabbajack CDN. That's some bullshit, Carlo. Do it again now. Unmodified files, missing archive. This time it's downloading it. It doesn't like the hash on it. All right, we need to retry it again. It's being a pain in my butt because this is coming from the CDN, right? This is coming from the CDN. And it's not able to download it from the CDN. So Wabbajack server is sucking wind, or my connection to it is. I'll just keep retrying till it gets it. So what is the number on this? B630. B630. That's the file. So it's there, and that's the correct file. It just doesn't want to download it from the CDN. And now it's going to hang right here. What a wonderful thing. Can I shoot it? Is it having trouble downloading it because I'm running a stream? Maybe. Well, we're going to end the stream then, and I'll see if I can get this. So we'll see you guys later. Yeah, it didn't even let me do it when I did that, you know. So the latest Wabbajack kind of sucks. So we're going to try it this way. I know I've got a copy of it here. Yeah, I just needed to disconnect for a second and see if it was eating my bandwidth or something. So we're going to copy those two files. That's the file that it's trying to download. I'm getting it from this installation, and we're going to dump it into this installation. And that should have the correct hash, and then we're going to go retry. And it's still failing to download. Why is it trying to download it if I already have it? That's the part that I don't get. But we already have that file. So why are you trying to download it? Yeah, I'm trying to reinstall the list from a backup that I have, and it's trying to download from the CDN. Now this file right here is on the CDN. And it's saying it's unable to download it. So the thing is, I just copy pasted it into the folder. So why is it trying to download it when it's already there? So you see this file? See this one right here? EMB series Skyrim SE v503.zip meta. And then it says, let's look at the meta file. It's a direct URL from wabbajack.org. That's the name of it. Here's the number. It ends in B630. Ah, that doesn't end in that. Why doesn't that end in that? We need to delete that. That's the wrong one that's there. So let's go back to this one. I thought I copy pasted it. So this one, that's the wrong one. Because that file doesn't exist anymore. Where am I getting it from? Let's get it from here. Oops, wrong one. That one is B630. That's the one I need. So I need that one and I need that one. We're going to copy these. And then we're going to go, okay, we're going to go back to this one. We're going to paste these in here. Okay. Now it should work. You remove caps lock. Okay, so I don't know why it's not working. Oh, you're killing me. Okay, so it's not installed. No, it's definitely not installed. We don't have a game. Yay! Isn't that awesome? Motherfucker, I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome. Caps lock needs to go the way of the dodo bird. I agree. It kind of drives me crazy too. Okay, it's just the hash isn't correct. Why is it not the correct hash? Well, so the download hash doesn't match the expected. A lot of patience. I just copied it from here. I seriously just copied the damn file from here, dropped it in the installation folder, and it still doesn't want to find it's still trying to look for it for some reason and not able to find it. So that what the I just copied that from here. That's the damn thing. No, the link's not using the old, no. This is the B630. B630. This is the file. Okay? This is a debunk link. This is right click, copy link, and then if I paste it, it says not found. But what the fuck? So this is the file. Like I said, I downloaded it. And then I grabbed it from here. Fuck it, we'll do it this way. Now tell me that I'm not grabbing this from here and dropping it into there. And I will call you a liar. So now it shouldn't even look for it. The file is in the downloads folder. And it's still looking for it, and it can't download it. It has the wrong hash. All right, well, I'll tell you what the hell we're going to do. We're not going to even deal with that shit. Pisses me off. Oh, it will be. We're going to install the version directly from Wabbajack. Remember I talked about getting rid of reshade? Yeah, this ought to do it. So we have a couple of files that failed, but we're going to run with it. And if this don't work, I'll just modify the other version that I have installed and run with that. But this should work. I mean, Dynalot output's going to take a minute to download, though. That's a pretty big file. It's a big file, man. That's some bullshit, Carlo. Which means we're losing our character, our 80 plus hour character. I mean, I have the save files for her, but it's missing a bunch of mods. All right, well, it's going to be a pretty boring stream, folks. Sorry about that. Or we could just say the hell with this and play that other version. Should we just play that other version? Yeah, this is going to take way too long to download. Because it's, especially if I'm streaming. Yeah, we're going to cancel that. We're shutting this down. I'll deal with that later. We're going directly to this version. Well, I have more than one version, so we're going to play this one. This is exactly how you would get it. Not set up to handle. What? Yeah. I wonder why it's not set up. All right, so this is only 2008 mods. What is in the overwrite folder? Oh, a bunch of this shit. That should be photo mode. Give me a second. Here, hold on a minute. That's better. Well, we've got Yennefer voice pack, Siri expanded. Well, we're going to install some other voice files on top of this. If I can get it to open. You're killing me, Mike. If you was killing me anymore, I'd already be dead. Shit. All right, open this file. Thank you. All right, well, these are a bunch of armor mods. This is direct URLs for the armors, armors to add, body slide output, bow mod files. What are the bow mod files? Oh, okay. I think I already have that one installed. Yes, I do. Yada. Kirax armors, logo stuff, loot, Lyra. Oh, what do you know about that? Files for Lyra. Meshes, Microsoft C++, icons, Siri sound files. Those are new ones. That's for PC head tracking.
Oof, that was a bit excessive.
Oh, it was.
Well, that's the end of that.
So these are the Siri files that I wonder how come nothing's hidden here, but okay, that's fine. Um, I wonder if I can do this. I'd have to do them one at a time. Oh, that's some bullshit, Carlo. That's some bullshit. Um, Send to dialogue. Where did I put PC head track? I put all the PC head tracking up there. So we're going to go Siri and Siri expanded. Bella, Vampire, Kratos. Okay, so now I need the actual sound files for Siri. So where's Fear TCBs? That would be all of these. So we are no longer stock version. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. So those are all the Siri files. We need to put those above that. That'll work. All right. I don't know if that was all of them. Do I want Elven Meridia? Yes, I do. Next. Next. Goddess with wings. Install. And this is going to go under followers. I wouldn't say that. We didn't crash, per se. The game never really started up because I was messing with files, and then I decided to reinstall my list, and then Wabbajack was giving me hassle, so we're just modifying another version of the list I have installed that is running without any paid mods. So for optimization here, we're running the frame generator that you can get from Nexus. This is the Nexus number. And we're not running any paid mods, no upscaler, none of that. So, and I'm just putting in like series voice files I wanted. And then I wanted these are the voice files for DVB. Okay, so this is all of it. Holy crap. So yeah, I need to install all these. There's 51 files there. Overwrite it. So now we should have a bunch of, oh my gosh, yeah. This is why it was like 150 more files. Like I said, most of them were voice files for Siri, but these are all from Fear TCB's Discord, so I can't link them. There's no way to link them because you'd have to be a member of his Discord to get them. There's no way that I can include them unless I get a hold of them and go, hey, can I inline all of these files into the Wabbajack? But that's a lot of files. So what are we talking about for size? You know, if you look at the whole folder, that's almost a gigabyte, 871 megabytes. So that's, you know, I don't want to add a gigabyte worth of files to the Wabbajack. That's like twice the size of the Wabbajack file that I have up. It's only like half a gig. And these are just voice files for Siri. So if you don't want Siri for the voice files, this is just wasted space that you'd have to download. But like I said, it's probably the most complete Dragonborn voiceover. And then with Last Challengers files for PC head tracking for Siri, it's probably the most complete package that's out there for a female voice. Yeah, Midwood Isle. A lot of files that I don't need, like Marissi. Realistic dialogue overhaul. Recorder. Remiel. I just grabbed them all. Rigmore. Vigilant. So and then these are all the Daggett or voice files. Of course we want those too. And let's go back and grab all of Geralt's files. What's sad is that, these are not all on Nexus or another site that you can get to. They're all just on Discord, which requires a login and an invite. So they're not easy to get. Kratos. Triss voice files. Like I said, it's going to be kind of a boring stream today. Because we are modifying this one to be what we want it to be. Cleaning it up, cleaning it up. So let's find out how many of these files, because we were like 2008, right? Basically, I'm just installing voice files. Actually, they're not installed yet. Well, they are installed. They're not activated yet. Okay, so now we activate them. We should really put this one at the very top. It's probably easy over 100 files, just all voice files. Yay! So we have a tris pack there. So we need to so that one becomes redundant. Okay, so these are all files that I've downloaded that are in here. These are all installed. So, all right. Those are all the tris files. Then we have all these Siri files. And those are going to go up here. And then we have all the Geralt files, tris, Daggeth Ur. Where's all the Daggeth Ur files? Or I guess we didn't have any. Well, I guess we can put those up here. That's fine. And then what I want to do is take this, take that, move those down to there. And then above this one, I want to create a new separator. And we're going to call this yeah, that's good. And we're going to move that one up to there. And we're going to move this one down to there. And then this one we're going to rename 39A. All right, that puts all my PC head tracking there. All my dialogue is there. Where's all the Geralt ones? Those are up higher or down lower. Well, I guess I could put that after Triss. This is all the Yennefer. We'll put that after Geralt. And then we'll put all the Kratos. Those are way up there. We have two different Kratos ones in there, but that's okay. So we have Elven Meridia. Is there anything else that I wanted to add? No, I think I'm good. This should be this version. $229, so that leaves 25 more ESP slots. That should be good. I think I do have a save game here. She's level, or save 6, level 1. This is Imp. Should we? Sure, why not? And then we should go into profiles, saves. And we're looking at that one, and that one. $34, $46, $54. I don't know why I've got 3 of those. $94, $60. So those are all the way back from April. That's the one I want. All right, so this is missing all kinds of stuff. We have a real door workaround. We have a landscape patch. We're missing a bunch of stuff. Understone Keep tree patch. All right. Cool. Nothing to it but to do it. So there was only a couple of things that I added. What did I add? Water effects fix, display tweaks, frame gen settings. Ah, crap. We're going to have to restart it. That's okay. So this is not going to have reshade as part of it. This is not going to have the lossless scaling, and it's not going to have Pure Dark's upscaler. So no paid mods. And we're going to run it. I did add a few mods, like Elven Meridia, you'd have to go to, where is that? You'd have to Google it. Somebody posted a link to it on Reddit. You'd have to pick it up from there. It's no longer available at Nexus, but you can still find it online. And then all the voice files, like the 100 or so voice files I added, or 99 voice files I added, those are all from Fear TCB's Discord, where you'd need to get them from there. But other than that, stock list. But like I said, we're going to have to start it again because I want to change the voice. Actually, I should be able to do that in game. I already changed the PC head tracking, so I should be able to just change the Dragonborn voiceover from within the game. So, this is missing a lot of stuff, but we can try it. Let's see if it'll load. Heal sound, let's dance again. Werewolf revert form, barbarian paints, Elden Ring. Okay, so that's just a weapon. That's a workaround. This is not going to affect much. That will. No Fats Garden. Yeah, sure. Let's see if it'll load. No Fats Garden. Holy crap, it loaded. Where our HUD's kind of messed up. Our HUD set up the... Well, we should definitely move that over because it's... Oh, that's Miko. Okay, we don't want to hit Miko. So we can tell that it's definitely only about 60 frames a second. And we don't have... Alright, we gotta change some things around. I don't know if I like that, so let's go to resistances. We have 112% magic resistance. That's pretty cool. Should we make it colorful? Let's make it colorful. We're going to leave that right there. Then we're going to go to equipment. That is a really long name. As long as we can read it, right? We're going to do it this way so that we can just... Alright, we're going to do that. Equipment. Level is fine where it's at. We have... So we need to move these over a little bit. Gold is fine. Weight needs to go over a bit. Crap, wrong one. Wrong lever, Batman. Just gonna spread it out a little bit so we can see things. Game time. Playtime. Well, now we can read them. Save settings. Not bad. It's a lot of clutter. Who are you? Are you on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura?
I'm on a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight.
I guess he is.
Excuse me.
You're excused. Did your burp or fart? So whatever that number is in the top left-hand corner, double it. And that's our actual frame rate that we're exporting. What's up, Caesar? Hail, Caesar! Just watch out for Casca. Hey, tu, Brute? Yes, Caesar, me too. How many mods are in this mod pack? About 2,000. A little over 2,000. I want my magical jumping back. So let's find magical jumping. And we're going to go to gameplay and we're going to turn off lore friendly mode. Now we have magical jumping. Nice. Should we take our hood off? Sure. We should have honed metal too in this list, so. You know, I'm not sure. Equipment. What is the third style? I like the third style better. And our X position, we're going to move that over. We don't need to know the names. Just going to close that in a little bit. Can you dig it? Hallucinating, or they couldn't change the default gorilla walk in 2K? What do you mean default gorilla walk? I'm using mods for all the walking. So I mean, if I slow down to a walk, she doesn't walk like a gorilla. I'm sorry. That is a more feminine walk than a gorilla. Okay, I don't know about you, but I think that's a much more feminine walk than a gorilla. She got a little hip sway. Now she runs a little bit more like this. That's not really a gorilla. And she jumps, well, you can only see the jump from the back, really. Yeah, I changed all the animations. I changed a lot of things. Oh, that's okay. I mean, you can, if you see something, question it. You know, I'll either say, yeah, you're right, I didn't change that, or I'll say, no, you're wrong, I did change that. And in this case, I did change it. I didn't like the you know, a lot of people, they use a run mod um, where your character is leaning way forward and your heels look like you're going to hit your butt. The sprint mod I use is, I don't know, I thought it was a little more realistic looking sprint mod. But to each their own, you know. All depends on what you like.
Can I help you?
Not really. I have gourds to sell.
Honest pay for honest work.
She gave me a piece of gold.
God's blessings on you.
We changed all the horses too, if you notice. So these horses are still, well, they're Fluffworks, so they're fluffy. But these horses are much different. I think they look a lot more like a horse. And this is Miko, but that's also my wolf. These were done by Criticitty. Much more realistic looking wolf, I think. And then we've got laundry. They're hanging their rugs out. The rocks are, well, these are from Majestic Mountains. These are from 3D Rocks.
Brewing up a plan?
And then a lot of the textures have been changed to... That is a male orc that is dead. Well, you're not going to be needing his money anymore, right? Is that a cow or a bull? Let's find out. I would say that's a bull because I can't milk him. Alright, we need to go... I know where I need to go. I need to go to, like, to Riften.
Need something? Where do you want to go?
Oh, what happened?
I killed him.
Climb and back and we'll be off. You ready to go yet?
I don't know, do I have this?
The more you save, the more you will be saved.
Okay.
So there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
And it's gonna crash. Yep, infinite load screen. Yay! So I'm guessing that character is probably about done. And it did give me a crash log. Let's take a look at it. Immersive citizens cutting room floor. Horse. Light body horse replacer. Okay. So it's giving me a problem with the horse. Movement agent path follower. What did I find was the problem with that? So it's just trying to load everything, but it wasn't able to load it. Movement, agent, path, follower, virtual. Probably because I've got Miko with me. And that was a setting. I know what that is. I know what that is. That is a setting that I need to change. Now, where was that setting? Nether's follower framework. Because it's trying to spawn my horse. Pretty sure it's a setting in Nether's follower framework that I need to change. So basically what we're doing here, Caesar, is I rebuilt this mod list. But I'm rebuilding it without any paid mods. Because the one I was running had a bunch of paid mods and stuff you could only get from Patreon and things like that. I did add back in the dialogue files. So I need to make sure that Siri is picked. So we need to check the MCM menu. We're going to check for Siri voice files. I'm going to check follower framework. And maybe even convenient horses. We'll see. Yeah, I remember the gorilla walk now that you mention it. What's up, Potato? How you doing? I mean, it looked okay for like a male character, but for a female character, it looked terrible. She was running like she spent all her time at the gym and pumping steroids. So yes, I remember the gorilla walk. All right, where was our last save? Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go in and change a few things. Here to the coffee drinking. Can I give you RX 580? Because Gears wants to give me moon sugar for GPU. No. If you want moon sugar, you're going to have to pick up your own moon sugar. I'm not going to support it. And why would I spend money to send you an old graphics card that only has like 4 gigabytes worth of VRAM? Or you know what? I think that only has 2 gigabytes worth of VRAM. It's a pretty weak graphics card. I don't think it would even play a whole lot. Because Moonshare is expensive. Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, so remember the changes I made to that. But we're going to... So yeah, we do have honed metal. Let me wait until all those things in the upper corner stop. Okay. So let's go into this. And I'm looking for a few things. That. But okay, I wonder if this is set up correctly. Yeah, it is. Good. I want to get away from heavy foot over there. I'm looking for that setting in follower framework. I'm also looking for this. Purple letters. We're looking for dagger. We have none. We could do the fire art, but it's gonna be backwards. Let's try that one. Yeah, it's backwards. So we don't want the fire art on those, since they're reversed blades. Enchanted Arsenal, Advanced. So we're going to say none. And then I'm looking for follower framework. So I already have no support there. All right. Okay, so it's not in that. It might be in... Oh, they're just walking around me. At least they're not attacking me. That's all good. That's good. So I don't know why I would think. Where would that one be? Disable. See, I don't use fast travel. I'll. But I do like to use the carriages. But it doesn't like it when I have a follower. For some reason. And I'm pretty sure it was a setting. Let's Dance Again shouldn't be there. Alright, we're gonna run with that. We're burning daylight here.
Better watch out. I'm pretty fast.
You afraid to fight me?
Oh hey, quit beating up on my dog.
Oh, please. Use your brain. If you still, I'll return the favor.
Well, we returned the favor, all right. I run around the world, basically. Okay, so you know what I need to do? I need to put a save right here. So we're creating a save without all these other mods installed. We may want to check and see if we have any running scripts that need to be cleaned. Why don't we do that? So we're going to check and see if we have any running scripts. No more fast travel? Yeah. Well, maybe. What's the save game is 61. So let's go here. Let's see if this will actually open up. Nope, it does not like Resaver. I don't know why it doesn't like Resaver. So I can't check Where is that linked to? It's coming out of Tools, Resaver. So let's see. Optimize saving in Skyrim. Well, I would check and make sure you don't have a whole bunch of scripts and stuff running in the background and getting script bloat. That would be one thing that I would check. The other one, there's a mod. This one, save game max size. I also use no save and load in combat. I recommend that one. You don't want to save or load while you're in combat because that'll make your save game huge. But this one will increase the maximum size of your save game. So I recommend this one. There's a link. Save game max size as false. So you have to check in. You know, I didn't check that. Let's check engine fixes. We want to open this in Notepad. So save game max size false. So I did set it. Okay, cool. Now, what the heck was I looking for? Up to 5 gigabytes for no reason? Yeah, it sounds like you've got some scripts that are not being cleaned or cleared. But 5 gigabytes is way too big for a save game. If you look at my saves, they're not that big. Definitely not 5 gigabytes. I would like to use Resaver, but I'm not sure why it's not opening. Maybe the start in folder needs to be set for Nico Experience MO2. No. Stock game. Apply, okay. It might need to start in the profile. No, it does not want to start. So I can't take a look at that save game, but that's okay. Although I don't know why. Tell you what, let me look at this. And let's look at, we have one save game file in here, so that's cool. Java W. Why is that trying to run Java W? It won't run there either. That is very, very strange. Let's try that. No, it didn't like that either. Let's look up. This. So that's on 24. That's the latest one that I downloaded. So Java 8. Do we have Java 8? We should. Hopefully it doesn't require a restart. Now let's try it. Nope, doesn't like it. All right, fine. We just won't do it. Not sure why it doesn't like it. Ah, crap. Wrong lever. Something is up with that. It doesn't like it. We're going back in the game. I need more coffee. Definitely need more coffee for today. we're back. Let's try this. Proficient destruction mages. What if you're not proficient? They're attacking my dog. That's okay. Miko's tough. He can take it. Oh, that's right. We got that spell scribe going on. Very nice. Give me the bugs. Give me the bugs. Give me the bugs. Oh, we're over one bug and we're over encumbered. You believe that? Alright, fine. Why are we carrying a dwarven sword? Why are we over encumbered? What are we carrying? Well, we got some scrolls. How are we doing on books? Yep, okay, well, that save game is not gonna work. So are we starting a new character, or are we gonna try to... I don't know. So are we starting a new character, or are we gonna try to reinstall the other list that didn't want to install? Well, there's a problem with that character. I'm sure that it's missing files, and some of them probably have a probably have scripts. So I've got some orphan scripts probably. And I'm not sure why Resaver's not working. So that's in MO2, that's in downloads. Hold on to your butts. It's probably going to give me the same error on downloading the EMB series. Yep. Hi, Kai. What's up, buddy? Hi. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, hi. Hi. If the game doesn't want to run, we just pet doggies, right? That's what we do? If the game doesn't want... Ow! Oh my gosh. Little Kai Gator. Why are you biting me, huh? What are you chewing on? Ow, don't bite me. Don't bite me. I'll put your paws in your mouth. Don't bite me. Little Kai Gator. Little Kai Gator. Okay, I'm going to put you down because you're all bitey. You're all bitey stabby. Aren't you all bitey stabby? You're all bitey stabby. You're a good boy, though. All right, come on, down. Good boy. Here. Here's your bully stick. Chew on that. Good boy. Yeah, that's Kai. He is a beautiful doggo. We got to take him down for hopefully his last shots on Saturday. Oh, you're trying to come back up, huh? You trying to come back up? Yeah. No, don't bite my chair. Oh my gosh, he's teething, so he bites everything, including me. Yeah, no, no bitey stabby. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh my gosh, where'd your bully stick go? Ow, 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 ow! Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Go down. Good boy. Where's your bully stick? There it is. Good boy. We have all kinds of chew toys, like everywhere in the house, and he wants to chew on, us and the bed and the sheets and everything else. So I don't know why this doesn't want to download. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back here. We're going to go back here. And instead of version, we're going to go back one more version. So now he's chewing on my chair. Well, you can chew on my chair. It's better than chewing on me. Hey, no, yeah, no. My gosh. We're going to do like a DNA check on him and see what breed he is. I think it's going to come back like 30% Husky and 40% Labrador and 30% alligator. So that's usually, I think that's how it's going to come back. Okay, holy crap. That wants to work. Well, what do you know about that? So this is version 239. So what did we add in version? We added in a lot of stuff, didn't we? Updated body slide, glowing ore veins, improved camera, mythical giants replacer. You have a question about the mod pack? Sure. What's going on with you, little guy? Is it built for high-end PCs or is there an option to increase performance? Um, you're gonna need, well, the minimum requirements is a 3060 with 12 gigs worth of VRAM. So I don't know if you put that in a high-end system or not. To me, a high-end system would be something like, and an i5. So if you read the README, we can look at the README right now. This is the README. And if you come right down here to requirements and information, you will look at this. It says required for 1080p, 10th generation i5 or better equivalent, 16 gigabytes DDR4 RAM, 40 gigabyte page file, a SATA SSD or better, which would be an M.2, and an RTX 3060 or better equivalent with 12 gigabytes worth of VRAM. So I don't know what's equivalent to an RTX 3060 in AMD, but you would have to find that out. If you want to play at 1440p, I say 12th gen i7 or better. 32 gigs worth of DDR4 plus 40 gigabyte page file, an M.2 SSD, and a 4070 Ti Super or better, something with 16 gigs worth of VRAM. So that's what you're looking at. You got an RTX 4060, Ryzen 5, 3600, 16 gigs. Maybe. The 4060, I think, is an 8 gigabyte card. Is it an 8 gigabyte card? Let's find out. So, (128-bit) bus width. So the bus width is skinny. It's not a 256 bus width. You got 8 gigabytes worth of memory on it. So the recommended resolution is really at 1080p. So that's my next question is, are you going to be playing, what resolution are you going to be playing at? That would be my next question. What resolution do you want to play at? At 1080p, you could probably do it. Because I've got a frame generator built into the mod list already. It's EMB frame gen. So if it can run at like 30 frames a second, it's going to output 60. And that's playable. And then if you go, is he over there now? He was chewing on me. He was chewing on me earlier.
Only because I put this up here, I think.
Oh, no, that's why. Now he's all over mommy. So yeah, if you're playing at 1080p, you can give it a try. I do recommend more VRAM, so it may lag a little bit on loading new areas because it is very graphically intensive. But with the frame gen, your frame rate should be playable. Should be pretty good for a playable frame rate. I had one person who you can tolerate a bit of lag. Okay. Well, it would mainly be if you're traveling quickly and loading new areas. So it would be on the new area load that you would get a little bit of lag.
Don't chew on that. No.
No problem. I've had people play this list on a 1080 GTX. but that's an 11 gigabyte card. And he was running it. He turned off a lot of the EMB features, and he was running it at 75 frames a second. And that was before the frame gen. So the frame gen, what it'll do is it'll double whatever frame rate you're getting. Yeah, 1080 Ti for life. Yeah, 1080 Ti was a great card. It still is. It's probably one of the best cards they ever made. I had a 1060 GTX with 6 gigabytes worth of VRAM, and I played on that until I bought this system. So that system lasted me a long time. That was a good card too. But that one only had like DDR3, had triple channel DDR3. I think it only had 12 gigabytes worth of system RAM, and it was Intel i7 930. So what is an, oh my gosh. So when did that come? Yeah, it was socket 1366. That was the one I was running. It's a 4-core processor, Bloomfield architecture, 8 threads, 8 megabytes L3 cache, 2.8 gigahertz. That's what I was running on. And then the 1066 gigabyte. This was actually the card that I had. The Asus, the white one. That was the card that I had in that system. They're going for 39 bucks. Pre-owned. Okay, it's still having trouble downloading EMB series. I don't know why. The hash isn't matching. And this is an older version too. All right. I'm having trouble with Wabbajack currently. It does not want to do it. You know what the weird thing is I have that file. You know, that might be the problem. That might be the problem. That is very strange. So I don't have any EMB files in here, right? No. The desktop background? It's just the Elder Gleam. It's a screenshot. I don't know why it's having trouble downloading stuff from the CDN. We're logged into everything. Yeah, it's not letting me download from there, but I've already checked that this is the correct file, and it's just saying that the hash doesn't match. But then even if I go here and I grab it from somewhere I know it's good, this is what I uploaded from. And I grab these two files and I copy them and I paste them over here. And then I look at this EMB series. So that's 630. Clear the Wabbajack cache in my app data. Well, I guess I could. Users, app data, local, Wabbajack. I don't want to clear all that because that's got my author API key in it. Well, we're clearing it. It'll take a minute. It's calculating the time remaining to delete 407 gigabytes worth of stuff, which is probably going to break everything. But whatever. If we break it, we'll fix it. One minute and 30 seconds. Yeah, it seems insanely huge because I've never ever cleared it out. You know how many uploads I've done? You know how many installs I've done? It saves all that information. Let's put it this way. I'm on version, it's over a year, yeah. Well, if it doesn't, I can always reinstall Wabbajack. Right? That it's not going to mess with the Wabbajack files I have. It's not going to mess with the ones that are already been uploaded. I can already download that, you know. The worst case scenario, I'd have to reinstall Wabbajack. It's still working on it. Here, I'll let you guys see. It says it's got about 60 seconds left and about 150 gigabytes. There's only, 657,000 items in there. What do you mean that mod got corrupted? That mod is uploaded to the CDN at Wabbajack. It is ENB series, directly from Boris's site. The latest version. Boris just doesn't want anything of his uploaded to Nexus. So we can upload it to the CDN. I've already talked to the people at Wabbajack, and they said, yeah, that's what you do. You can't directly download it from Boris's site because he's got like a two-step you've got to go through multiple windows to get to the download on his site. Okay? So you can't direct link it from ENB site. All right. Hold on to your butts. So I asked him, I said, well, then how do we get ENB into a mod list? And they say, well, you can upload it, download it from there, upload it directly to the CDN at Wabbajack, and then direct URL link it from the CDN. So that's what I did. But that's directly from Enzo, the dead poet, who is one of the Wabbajack crew. They told me I could do that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So Yay! Have to reauthorize Wabbajack. Okay, now I got to redo Mega. Okay, so now we're back to this. Doesn't that look like fun? Okay. So it's working on it. Let's see if it can do it. It's probably that there was just too much garbage in my Wabbajack. So now it's rehashing everything. This is going to take a minute. Yay! Okay, we're just going to kick back then. Bark it. Just chillax. And here we take a nap. Oh. Yeah, stretch out. Drink some coffee. You know. You know, I lost power yesterday. Unfortunately, I was in the middle of using that program that Biggie suggested. And it was basically unpacking BSAs, going through the files and repacking them. And so, yeah, bad time to lose power. But when power came back on, I just did it again, and you know, that's why we're reinstalling the mod list. That's why we're having problems today. Well, hopefully this installs okay, because if it does, then we're back to just adding water effects fix. We should be good. See if I can pull that up. Should be on the home page. But we'll get that ready. There it is. So I want to reinstall that mod once this is successful. We can probably close that window. Well, we'll do this. I love having a widescreen. Can open up a couple of windows side by side and read them both. I do like that. There's only 2 places that this happens though, so I mean it's not a big deal fix. but optimize 673,786 directives. Okay. We got a lot of files. But this will bring us up to version 2.4.1. This is version 2.4.0. We're installing. But this is my personal version of it. And the problem that I have is that cleared all of my data for files that I wanted to inline and or ignore or always enable. Because in my list, I've got 4 files that are for widescreen patches that are not enabled to begin with, but I want included. So you have to set them as always enabled, even though they're not. They're same frickin' thing. Why won't you download it from the frickin' CDN? And it says it's that file, but that file is on the CDN. All right, well, I've gone around in circles enough for today. So thanks everybody for showing up. And I'm going to run a reboot, and I'm going to see if I can get that file. Yeah, it's the darn EMB series. But that's the file that's here. I'll show you. This is the authored files from the CDN. This is the file right here. It's been downloaded 395 times. Okay? So I know that it's there. I know that people have downloaded the new mod list 19 times since 6/22. So in the last 3 days, 20 downloads. This is the old one that is from 6/9 until 6/22. I can get rid of that one. But that file is this one. So if we go here, that's this file. Same as this one. I wonder how come that one's marked as 1, but that one isn't. Très intéressant. Oh, hi, doggies. Hi, Angel. Hi, baby. Hi, Kai. Come here, Angel. Come here. Come here. What's up, you big wussy? Don't want to go by Kai? All right. Okay, I think I just put that on the desktop, did I? Yes, I did. So that is the file. So let's grab this. Let's go here. Let's go here, let's go there, let's drag and drop this into there. And then let's rename it because we don't want that 1 behind it. And then we're going to try this again. Still won't do it. Even though that file is in there. You're killing me. All right, yeah, I'm done going around in circles, people. So thanks for showing up. Wish me luck. I'm going to run a reboot and I'll see if I can get it sorted out. So until next time, peace out.